Our channel, that is AI next generation. In the previous three video we already have been done about the what do you mean by sentiment analysis, and we are just performing on IMBD data sets with the help of LSTM and the PyTorch deep learning library. And also we have just understand about the NLP pre-processing step, how we are just going to follow each and every step in this whole series. And then after I explain you about the which particular libraries we are going to use for this particular sentiment analysis. And also we have done with the text pre-processing steps. So in this text pre-processing step, I've in the previous video we have seen how to remove the stop words, and also how to remove the punctuation, and also how to deal with the lemmatization, that's indirectly the stemming. You want the root word from the whole directory of the corpus. So this all thing we already completed. Now the next step is that we have to find the unique word. So for when I already said that for training part and also for the text pre-processing step, I have only taken the total number of rows as a 50. So once you are just doing, I will share this data set in the link video description, so you can just download from there and you can just use all the 50,000 total number of sample you have, total number of rows you have. Okay, so in that 15 only I'm just finding the number of unique words. So what will be the number of unique word? They are called in the NLP, they are called as a vocab. Okay, so you're just finding the unique word, and then after you will just go for the creating your dictionary. Creating the dictionary means you will just give the label to that particular words. Clear? So now let's start with the vocab, finding the vocab size. So first of all, let's initialize with the list, empty list. Clear? Now go to the next step, and then after I want to row for I in df. From that df, what we want from df, that is a clean word token. I want to select this one only. Okay, clean word tokens, because this is the final we are just getting, we are just adding the extra column once we done the pre-processing step. And every in that column, every this the whole sentence is in the tokenizing way. Okay, so tokenize, that is a word tokenized they have. So for the one sentence it can have 50 tokenized words or 40 tokenized words. It depends upon the length of the text. Clear? So now we are just finding the vocab set, that is the number of unique word in this particular directory, is in this particular data set. So for that, what you are just writing for I in df dot clean work tokens. Okay, so first of all you are just selecting the first row. Suppose the first iteration you are just selecting this row. In this you will have the n number of tokens. Again you want to iterate through the n number of token. For j in I, you can just write here, and then after you can just give the condition if j not in vocab. Okay, just say if that is not in vocab, then just say vocab dot append. You have to append, that is a j. That's really simple Python coding. So you are just saying, you are just iterating to all the tokens what we have just done after a pre-processing function we have applied. And then after you are selecting one row at a time, and then after you are just iterating. And if that particular word is there in this what you have just initialized as an empty list, if that word is present in the vocab, then you don't have to append. If that word is not present in the vocab, then you have to append. That's what the logic you are just going to write. And yeah, I have written now, it will be not. Okay, now you can just see vocab, this is the unique word we are just getting. If I'm just finding the length of vocab, I can just say in the down, what's the length of vocab we are just getting. Vocab, that is 2441, and it is only for the what we are just performing, it's only for the total number of rows I have just taken for, it's only the 50. So once you are just going for the 50,000, so it can be 20,000 or 30,000 or 50,000 total number of unique word you will have. Okay, so yeah, so it's up to you how many total length of data set you are just taking. But if you are going to build a real world data set that you are using in the real world, or you are going for the any major projects, so at that case I will just say you have to just take all data set. Don't do what I have just done. The slicing one is only so that once the text speed processing step, every step, it's not going to take a time. So I am just recording this video, so you still understand the basic concept of that. Clear? So you already find the length of total vocab, and also you are able to find what the total number of unique word that I have selected for the 50 total number row. For that you are just finding the unique word as 2440. Okay, Now again, what you are going to do, what now we are going to create a dictionary. In that dictionary we will create a two type of dictionary. It means first of all we will create a function. In that function only we are creating two dictionary. The one dictionary will deal with the into word, and the second dictionary will be the word to int. Suppose 2441 total length of words you have. Now you want to give a number for every particular tokens. You can just say every word you want to give a identity, okay, or index you want to give. So for that you can just create a one more function for that. Create dictionary, and I can just write here create a dictionary, and then after you are just passing, for now I am just using any words, and then after what you are just writing, the first one I am just building word to int dict, and then after I'm just creating a dictionary. For that I can just use the way dictionary comprehension what we have just already seen in the list comprehension. It's the same way you can use in the dictionary comprehension. Means you want to use a for loop inside that dictionary and you want to return that dictionary, okay. For what you can just write for I comma w in, you can just write words, that is a in enumerate I'm just writing, and in then after you am writing the words. So what do you mean by enumerate? Enumerate is basically it's returning the index of your particular, how many time it is you are just iterating the loop, that number of it is giving the index of that particular thing. Suppose I'm just writing here, so I can just explain you with example also. I'm just writing here a b, and then after I'm just writing c. Three total words I have written. Now I want to iterate. I want to give index a of as a 0, b as a 1, and c as a 2. Then you can use the enumerate function, okay. It is inbuilt function by the Python. For I comma j in you can just write enumerate, okay, and then after you can just pass a, and then you can just print I comma j. Once you are just printing this I comma j, it returning two things. It once enumerate indirectly return you the index of that particular what you are going to iterate. I think it's really clear, really easy particular function. So now what you're just doing, now it will give you the two things, that is I and w. So I is basically your index and w is that is the word. So what you can just do, you can give the keys and the values. So w will be the, here you are just writing word to yeah, that is a word to index. So word will be basically for the first token you are just going to give the identity as I plus 1. I am just giving because index start from the 0. I want to start for the word identity as 1 2 3 4 5 6, not as 0. Clear? And also now you can just also build the into word. So I can just and again initialize the into word dictionary, and again I can just use the same, and here I'm just writing here. So what you can just do here, for again you can just write w comma I in if word to int, this is the dictionary you already have been created. You can use for I comma w in enumerate, you can use, and then after you can revert. But I have to use this one, this particular word to int indirectly, it already has been initialized. Clear? Means you already have the words and the token is the first one, it will just compiler will run this one, this particular code will execute. So this word to int dictionary will contains all the words. For that particular words you will be have the index for that. So what you are just selecting, you are just selecting word to int dictionary, and that from that you are just returning that is you are just calling the items method, okay. So item method is basically you are just calling the keys and values both. Again I can just explain you with the example. Suppose you are just writing a name as a key, and the uh, particular value is xyz, and then after you are just writing which language that particular person know, or the programming language. You can just write here Python, or C no, and then after you are writing, that's it, you are just creating two particular key and two dictionary. So once you are just writing a dot items, it will just give you the both keys and dictionary, that is the keys and the values both. And similar, if you are just writing a dot keys, then it will give you only the keys, and if you are writing a dot values, it will give you only the values, okay. So I think it's really basics topic. So the even I'm just explaining, so you don't have any 1% doubt in this how we are just going to create. So now what you are just writing here into dictionary. So first of all it will just return I w comma I will holds what, it will holds the words, that is a, it will hold the keys and it will hold the values for that. And what you are going to do, you are just going to write I for that particular index, you are selecting that words, okay. So now you are done with the word to int and you are done with the into words. So this is how we are just creating a two dictionary. And in dictionary, the one dictionary is a word to int dictionary, and the second dictionary you are just creating as a into word dictionary. And now you are going to return this both word to int dictionary, and then after you are just returning into word dictionary. Clear? Now run this particular function, And now once you want to check, now you want to apply on the particular, that is a you want to pass the particular vocab, that is what we have the vocab size. So you once what you are just writing here, it will just return two type of if once you will, once you are just calling this particular create dictionary function, it will just return word to int and the into word, because you have just written two items. So you can just create the two vertical particular variable for now, word to int, word to, I am just creating word to int, and the second I am just creating as into word. Okay, the two variable I'm just creating, and I'm just calling this function create dictionary, and I can just write here, I can just pass the vocab directly. Vocab is basically it's holding all the unique words. This is the vocab, it is holding all the unique words, and that for that particular unique word you want to give some identity. Okay, so that's why you are just creating the dictionary for that. Now run this one. Create dictionary is not defined. Okay, I have not given the key. Okay, now you can just see word to int. This is how you have given word to int, basically the word, and for that you will have the this identity. It means for one, if somewhere you will finding the reviewer, means it's denoted by one, mention is denoted by two, and so on. And similar you can check for into word. Okay, so you can just check this all thing, and it will be the index to the word you are just doing. Clear? So I hope so you don't have any doubt. Suppose I'm just random, I'm just selecting set, I don't know what the index of this particular set, then you can use the word to int, and then after you can just pass this particular key as a set. Now you can just get the value of that. The value you are getting 19 means the index position of the set, or the identity of the set is the 19. Okay, so I hope you are just clear with this. And the third thing again I'm just writing here. So yeah, the next we are going to cover in the next video. So in the next video we will see about the padding text. Okay, so that is the important concept. So I hope so we will just complete the padding particular function in the next video. So that's all for this video. Thank you.